What's up, gang? We're back with another Skate Hacks video, and today we're going over hard flips. Now, I've done a video on hard flips before, but I wanted to do it again because I don't think I covered them really well. I was mostly just, not going over the trick itself, but going over certain things you could do to improve your hard flip. I just wanted to go over hard flips in general. I wanted to cover them better, so I'm redoing this video. Hard flip is a combination between a kick flip and a frontside pop shove it. So just like how people like to say tray flip is all in the back foot, right? 360 flip is all in the scoop, right? Well, a hard flip, it's like the opposite. A hard flip is all about the front foot. See, you'll see that the back foot is popping, but it's not really doing anything else. You're not really scooping or doing anything crazy with the back foot. It's all about the front foot here. So what makes a hard flip so weird is the same thing that makes an inward heel flip weird. And what these two tricks have in common is that the board is spinning in the same direction that it's flipping. So if you don't get your foot out of the way, you're going to end up, trying the kick flip, but the board's not going to complete the front side shove it if you don't get your foot out of the way and allow it to rotate. And you have to allow it to rotate between your legs. So it may feel awkward. You may not want to do this because you don't want to credit card yourself or to rack yourself, whatever you want to call it. But this is what makes a hard flip awkward. You're doing the kick flip, and then you have to extend your foot out far enough to get it out of the way, to make sure it's out of the way, to let the board flip in between your legs, catch it back at about 90 degrees, and then land on it. So the best practice that I could recommend for a hard flip is to try the flip without committing. So you can do this by just trying to hard flip but keeping your back foot off and not trying to put your back foot back on the board when you land. Or you can try it sitting down. I think sitting down is a little bit more difficult, but any way that you can try the flip with the hard flip without committing to it, whether you want to try it going into the grass, it's mostly about getting comfortable with the board flipping vertically between your legs and just getting that flip correct, because it's not going to flip like a kick flip where you just flip it right off the front of the nose. It's going to go more off to the side because, like I said, your front foot's going to be doing most of the action. So it's about not only getting the kick flip, but also getting that frontside shove it motion going. So there's a lot of things going on here. One of the things you can see here is that after I finish this weird kick flip front shove it motion, is that the feet switch positions. So you'll see my front foot going back, and then all of a sudden it has to go forward again to catch the board at 90 degrees and bring it back. So this is definitely the motion that you're gonna have to get used to learn hard flips. It's a whole new world when you're learning this trick, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too difficult at all. Hence the reason why so many people can hard flip nowadays. Most of the problems that I see with hard flips are all stemming from problems with the flick, whether it be the tail doesn't rise up enough so you don't really catch it right and it just looks kind of awkward, or you don't get the kick flip enough so the board doesn't finish its rotation. You might land primo, or let's say you catch the board but you don't finish bringing it back all the way, so you land kind of sideways. There's a lot of issues with hard flips, and they're all sort of stemming from the same basic problem, which is not getting the flick correctly. Because, like I said, you're putting a lot of responsibility on the front foot, because you're pretty much doing everything with the front foot. You're doing the front shove with it, you're doing the kick flip, and you have to also move your foot out of the way enough to let it flip in between your legs. So you're doing a lot of this stuff with the front foot, and any one little issue with it, whether it be with the kick flip part of it or the frontside shove it part of it, if you don't get either one of those good enough, then you're going to have a problem with the hard flip. So that's my take on hard flips. As long as you can get that flick portion mastered down, as long as you can flip that kick flip while getting that little inverted frontside shove it going, and just sort of keep that front foot extended out of the way, and as long as you can get comfortable with the board flipping in between your legs like that, you should be straight. It's all about just catching it afterwards and bringing it back. So make sure you have a good pop, good solid pop on that hard flip, and that should be your recipe for getting a nice sick hard flip. So Thanks for watching. As always, comment down below your suggestions for future skate hacks videos. See you next time.